I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but welcome to the review of Transformers Studio Series Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal. So, starting him off in his amazing ape mode, he's got great details. That face sculpt is amazing. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. There we go. The face sculpt is amazing with the silver faceplate and the green eyes really pop. And the contrast to the gray on, or the black on all of the, like the side and the top of his head. He's hollow at the back for transformation, and it also helps articulation, so that's good. He's got, his lower jaw is not painted, unfortunately, but it does not harm the look overall because of all the other unpainted parts. Makes it look super good. The fur detail on this guy is insanely good. It looks like fur, and it's got like, it's not even just like paint, it's like, it has a nice texture to it too. And then on the arms, there's this panel, which I don't remember in the movie. He's got more fur detail on the outside. I put it on the outside, even though officially it's supposed to be on the inside, but I'm not a big fan of how it looks like this, so I prefer to put it on the outside in the gorilla mode, on robot mode. But he's got great detail on here with the silver, makes the fur pop even more, especially the texture. He's got a great hand sculpt for gorilla mode, with each finger is individually sculpted, which is very nice. And then the chest detail is insane with the very nice Maximal logo there with more fur, and like even the pistons on the top up here. And then there's this silver around for the chest plate and everything, and then this nice battle damage down here with the amazing silver, metallic silver paint there. And then coming down to the legs, he's got some nice black plastic there with some pistons here and more amazing fur detail. And these awesomely, this sculpt on the feet is amazing here, with all the toes, and even sculpted like the soles of his feet too. The robot mode feet are kind of just dangling at the back, but you can see more battle damage there. And these actually cover up a hollow gap, which is really nice. And then right here on his butt flap, he's got this awesome like spine basically, which is really nice with more fur detail there. And then the back is very nice. I love all the mechanical detail here with the different overlapping panels and the silver on the back, which is amazing. So going over articulation in ape mode, his head is on a ball joint, so it can do the full 360. It can look up, it can look down. His mouth is also articulated, so it can open to there. When you have it up here, he can kind of look side to side, but not really. His head can't tilt back. His head can do a little tilting back and forth. His arms can do the full 360. They can, once you move that out of the way, they can go up to there. Actually, they can go higher. They can go up to there. The elbow can bend to there, and then can also bend all the way back to there for that. The hand can swivel all the way. There's also a bicep swivel here to spin it around. And he has articulated fingers in two separate pieces, which is very, very nice. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, he's also got the butterfly joints, so he can beat his chest, which is very nice. And then in ape mode, he does not have a waist swivel because of this, and because of these two pieces here. The legs can kick forward to there, and they cannot kick back at all because of this right there. The feet, you can move the feet for getting him in a pose on all fours. something like that. I'm not, yeah, something like that. But that's pretty much it for ape mode. So with ape mode comparisons, I'm going to put him on, yeah, I'm gonna put him on all fours for the ape mode comparison. So let's get his head, yep. So in his ape mode, here is him scaling with Cheetor, which the scaling there is pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't have Primal in the perfect pose for all fours, so let me actually put him up right, standing up for better in terms of scale, because he was standing up a lot in the movie too. Yeah, so that's a really nice scaling right there, actually, with him coming up to about his waist there, which is nice. And then here's how he scales in beast mode with Rhinox, which is really nice. So coming out to about the same on about like the end of the forearm, the middle of the forearm, with Rhinox there, which is really nice. Here's how he scales with Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, which is pretty good. I'm pretty sure Primal like towered over B, but they didn't really interact with each other. I don't think they interact with each other at all, actually. So I have no idea how they would have scaled. Here's how he scales with Studio Series 38 Optimus, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I remember them being the same height, but it's also, that's the Bumblebee movie Optimus and not the Rise of the Beast one, because I could not find the Rise of the Beast one literally anywhere. So that's my Optimus right now. And here's how he scales with Rise of the Beast Leader Class Scourge, which does look pretty good, because I remember Scourge being taller than Primal in the film. So, and now that the comparisons are out of the way, I'm going to get him into his robot mode. Okay, now that Primal is transformed, he has a pretty... he's the most complicated transform out of all the Maximals, because there's just like a lot of panels that has to move and everything. But getting into the details, let's start with the head sculpt. It's a very nice head sculpt. I really like it. The green pops. For everybody saying that he never had this particular look on the mouth plate in the movie, he did. And I will put a actual screenshot of that right up here. So yeah, and he's got the nice Maximal logo on the chest here, with more gashes and chunks missing for more battle damage here, with the nice black paint and the silver. More fur detail right next to the arms. He's got nice detail there. I would have liked if these were painted with silver too, but that's, everything looks amazing. And then coming to the arms, it's the same details on the gorilla mode, so I'm not really going to get into that. Except the hand is a different hand sculpt. So it looks more human than gorilla, which I like. It makes it easier for him to hold his accessories in this mode. And then down to the legs is very nice. He's got the nice the gray there with the silver piston inside, with more black paint there. And he's got nice fur details on there. And then he's got nice pistons on the back too, with more black plastic, more fur detail going all the way down. His 8 mode feet are kind of dangling there, which that doesn't bother me as much as it bothers other people. He's got nice knee pads there. More silver with battle damage, which is very nice. The feet are nice too. And then coming up to the back is basically the same thing, except flipped upside down. So this was his butt flap in ape mode. It's just up here with still the same details and everything, just flipped upside down. So first I'm going to show off his accessories. So obviously he comes with his 2 swords, which are Very nicely detailed with the silver and the mix of silver on the actual blade, and then the black and gray there with even details molded in, which is very nice. They can, like we saw in the movie, peg together, which is very nice. If you just snap them there, you get his double bladed, which I'm pretty sure they were reversed in the movie. So like you had one blade up here and then the other blade down here. Like I have it here, but I've seen, pretty sure it was different in every time you had this out. So this, the way to get this to go into his hand is it's basically the same thing as Cheetor. So you take it, you slide one side in on the top, and then you take the other side and just peg it in on the bottom, and then I like to scoot it back up so he's holding it somewhat near the middle, which he looks very nice with it. When he's like in more of like a dynamic pose, he looks very nice in it. With that, he also comes with these two chains, which are articulated and pegged together, and you can attach the swords to actually, so you can get him into very nice poses with this. So you can have it like that, or in order to get this in, like without it falling out really, you just basically do the same thing that you did before. If you want to have it like that, which then you can like move it around however you want. He can also hold it by the actual chain. If you flip out his hand and move that around, you can just insert the chain there and he can grab it. I'm not sure how that holds up the best. I mean, here, I wonder if there we go. So then he can actually hold it by the chain there, which I think makes it look better. And then you can peg the sword, the other sword, in like that. So he looks like that, which looks pretty cool. And then you can also peg the other chain onto here. So then you can bring it around here, and then he can hold the other chain in this hand. And you can put the sword in there, which looks very nice too. So he can like hold it by the chain so he can swing it all around and stuff. And then he comes with two more accessories. He comes with the transwarp key, which is very nicely detailed. It does split. There's a little peg down there, but for the life of me, on my copy, mine will like not come apart for some reason. But he can hold it pretty well, I think. It kind of depends on where you have him hold it from, because a lot of times it just, there we go. But sometimes it'll just fall out, which is kind of annoying. But it's very nicely detailed. It can split, but it's really hard to get it to split on my copy. And then I just dropped his last accessory. And then he comes with his final accessory. Is technically not his, but it's Prime's Energon Axe, and he can, SS 38 Optimus can also hold it, but it looks a tad small on 38 Prime in his hand to me, with like the whole proportions of him. It does look a tad small. It still looks pretty good, but it does look a little small. And then for weapon storage, the axe can go in this little port on his hip, which I really like that look. Particularly, I like that look more for his swords. And it can also peg up there. Same thing with the swords, and there's no official weapon storage for his for the chain in robot mode and the transwarp key. But yeah, there's that. So you can have those on the back. Or my personal favorite way to store his accessories is, especially for his swords, is on his hips, so that they can very nicely peg into there, which makes him look very, I think it just makes him look a lot cooler if he's like walking around and his swords are just like dangling off the side of his hips. And then for robot mode comparisons, I'm gonna have to do a little transforming for this, so I'll be right back. And now for robot mode comparisons. Here he is with the Studio Series Rhinox, which I really like this comparison with them being basically the same height. Primal is still a smidge taller. Here he is scaled next to Studio Series Cheetor, which is also a very nice comparison there. Primal is way taller than Cheetor, which I really like. And then here he is with Rise of the Beast B, which is also another very nice comparison. They never interacted with each other in ape or robot mode, so we don't know how they would have, at least not to what I remember, but I don't know how they would have actually killed each other, but this looks very nice. And then here he is with Studio Series Bumblebee movie 38 Optimus Prime. Another very nice comparison. They're basically the same height, which is nice. And then finally, here he is with Studio Series 101 Scourge, which is also another very nice comparison between the two. Overall, I love Primal. He is one of the best Studio Series figures, in my opinion, that they've ever made. Definitely my favorite one in my collection. My favorite figure in my collection. The favorite Maximal. I just got to get Air Razor, and then I'll have all the Studio Series Maximals. So, definitely, if you find this guy, definitely pick him up. He's an amazing figure. The detail's great. The articulation's great. The accessories are great. Also, I don't have Battle Trap, but you can also use this chain and attach it to Battle Trap's mace, which is also another great addition. So I will put up some pictures of poses I've got this guy into. So hopefully you did like this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. And I think the Darkness trailer is going to end up getting delayed because I've been busy the past few days. So I have not been able to film for Darkness. So I will probably get that trailer out next week instead of this week. And then Darkness will be out probably the week or 2 weeks after that. So the latest time Darkness would be out would be like the end of October, like Halloween. So if you did like that, make sure to stay tuned for Darkness, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. I was just shooting the photos for the end of the video, and I remember that I completely forgot to do robot mode articulation, so this is getting thrown in at the end of the video. So in robot mode, his head can go up to that far, can look down to there, it can go that far, that direction, and that far, that direction. It cannot go full 360. The arm articulation is the exact same, and except this time the butterfly joints are reversed. So the legs can, oh yeah, he has a waist swivel, which can go the 360. Legs can kick forwards that far, can go back that far. They can kick out and in. They can bend, which mine tends to come undone there, but they can bend to there. The feet are on rockers. They can also bend there. And the new hand sculpt, also same thing, or articulation there with all that. So that is the robot mode articulation. So see ya, bye.